The latest on the stowaway who snuck onto a plane at JFK headed to Paris. A court hearing for her just wrapped up in federal court in Brooklyn, and we're learning of a complaint she filed last month with the FBI that may explain why she was so desperate to sneak onto that plane. Eyewitness News reporter Anthony Carlo at the courthouse in downtown Brooklyn with more. Anthony.
Well, that's right, David. And Miss Dolly just appeared before a federal judge in court. She looked fine, but we heard a lot about her current condition. She's claiming that she lost consciousness while in custody at MDC last night. She also believes that she was poisoned at some point throughout this entire process. She claims she was violently ill, throwing up, and that she's afraid to return to MDC to spend her time in custody while this case is litigated. The problem here is neither the defense nor the prosecution nor the court really can identify where Miss Dolly lives. There is no apparent residence here for her in the United States. Although we have previously reported she does have legal residence here in the U.S. We know that this whole ordeal began when she allegedly was a stowaway on a plane that was departing JFK headed for Paris. And it's been a back and forth ordeal, of course, to get her back here. We understand that there were a couple of unsuccessful attempts to actually get her boarded back onto a plane and bring her back here to New York City. She was at one point screaming on the plane that she did not want to be in the United States, that she would rather be in Paris, France. Of course, all of this calling into question security at local airports and the question of how Miss Dolly was able to breach security, pass through checkpoints, a gate agent, all without, allegedly, without a boarding pass to be on that plane. The judge today in the courtroom went over the elements of the crime, did not make any ruling in regards to the crime. Prosecutors made clear they're less concerned about the elements of the crime here of being a stowaway and more concerned about the risk of flight, obviously, that Miss Dolly poses. The defense also, in defense of his client, Miss Dolly, equated this to jumping a turnstile. He said that she did pass through security. She went through a magnetometer, and her bags went through a metal detector when she allegedly went onto a Delta Airlines plane from JFK to Paris, France. So again, the judge calling back all parties to the courtroom tomorrow at 2 p.m. to try to verify her residence and also come up with, or listen to rather, a potential bail package. But for the time being, Miss Dolly will be at MDC tonight, even though she claims she was poisoned and does not feel safe spending another night in federal custody, or custody rather, behind bars.